emotion I felt was fear. There was no rush of adrenaline. It was strictly fear. I said, okay, calm down. We're going to get the safe open. I walked down a couple of steps into this hallway, small hallway back to customer service. I told them, I said, hey guys, turn around. We're being held up here. It's a robbery. We got back to the safe, and at that point, he told us all to kneel down on the ground. I went over to the safe. I started spinning the dial. I don't know the combination to the safe. That's when the gunman came up to me, put the gun barrel in my ear, pulled the hammer back, and I could tell he was nervous. The gun was rattling around in my ear. I'm spinning the dial on the safe, trying to buy some time because I knew I couldn't open the safe. But I completely
finding out what is basically that and the pain and knowledge probably felt oddly emotional, especially since that study clearly matters to you that day.
Planet Fitness Wausau is moving to a brand new home on South 18th Avenue. The same best-in-class strength and cardio equipment in a spacious new location. Come see our new space and join today for just $1 down. Planet Fitness.
Hi guys, I'm going to my chiropractor now. I just got off the bus. I usually film every 45 minutes, so this is my 140 mark. 145, excuse me, because that's the next time I film. I can't film in there because it's a HIPAA law and everything, so I just wanted to say hi. And I'm gonna use my credit card tomorrow for getting my hair cut. So I have like a $9 coupon, like $10 or something. So I want to go to there tomorrow. I'll tell Shaylee when I'm done with getting my hair cut. And after this, I'm gonna go to Quick Trip to get my macaroni and cheese, the pulled pork barbecue biscuit.
Hi, Nora.
Hi.
How are you?
Good.
Good.
Who's here to crack me today?
Dr. Ben.
Okie dokie. Yeah, if they don't have my macaroni and cheese, I won't worry. I'll just grab whatever else I need, like the Monster Javas and Naked Drinks. I'll ask Shaylee to get it at her quick trip done by her. Only use the $20 bill and then whatever else I can use on my credit card. If it's over $20, you know? This is just a thought. Well, that was sucky. My health card only paid $1 of my Naked Drinks. I only had to pay like $13. Thought I had more money on there. What's going on? And I checked on my phone at it, and that says zero balance after this payment. Did I step on something? Yeah, I'm going to Quick Trip now. Pisses me off a little bit, damn it. Somebody pissed me off at work and gets me fired, or they're gonna be homeless in this town. I'm not joking. I'll sue them with every dime that they have. Make them homeless and starve out on the streets if they're going to piss me off that bad. I like the job where I'm at. Guys, what in the fucking hell? I looked really hard for my credit card and now I can't find the fucking damn thing. I can't get my dirty soda. I can't get my fucking haircut. Motherfucking son of a fucking cunt! Probably fucking got robbed because I lost it somewhere on the streets or God knows where. Damn it! Fucking cunt! Fucking damn pissed off right now. Better be at home. Better be. Or else I will have to go straight to the bank or cancel my card. God damn it. Damn it, damn it, damn it. Why does this fucking shit have to happen to me?
No, are you kidding? That's nothing.
What about if I do this?
Yes, please don't.
Don't do
Please
that.
don't.
Okay.
An 8-week? What?
This damn thing.
What are we gonna do?
I don't know. That's not good. That's actually really not good.
So they say usually this thing like transmits through like mice. So Tina's fucked. However,
Oh God.
there's like a new one that has like human to human transmission. And that, look, by the way, I'm not no doctor. I'm not Dr. Fauci. I don't know what I'm talking about. Don't take anything that I say like credible, okay? However, run for your lives. I'm joking, by the way. I don't know. I don't know.
You're making it up.
Can be mad.
I'm gonna look it up. This is fucked. I don't like this.
You think I'm making up?
Probably. Just trying to scare me.
Oh yeah.
Maybe they should stay on the fucking cruise ship then.
Maybe we should just, wherever it's coming from, burn them down. Okay? It gasoline, light, and then it doesn't come here.
Right? I agree.
That might be.
From Dawn, and that was things that they had witnessed while living in the home together. I'm sure they thought that Jeff's statement would be very similar to Dawn's.
But Jeff Beasley should have raised some red flags for police. He had a criminal record. Dawn met Jeff shortly after he was released from prison, having served 4 years for burglary and escape attempts. But Dawn was willing to overlook his criminal past and the information about killing Tracy. They married and started their own family, keeping the secret to themselves.
I never talked about it ever to another living soul, not even Jeff.
You and Jeff never talked about it ever again?
Never once.
You just pulled the dark curtain over and that was it, it was done.
We just pretended it never happened.
Were you ever concerned that you might get into trouble having not gone to the police right from the beginning?
Sure. Yeah, of course.
Dawn says she worried, yet life proceeded mostly as if nothing had happened. Dawn and Jeff would have another child. Her growing family eventually made her
color, composition, and texture. This is evidence, prosecutors say, that Bob was lying when he said Debbie did not come to his house the night she went missing.
According to the defendant's interview, she had not been to his house for about 10 days.
Bob Atrops hadn't spoken to police about the case since that final conversation with detectives in 1990. But in 2022, he agreed to talk to the cold case team.
It is October 19th, 2022. Here with Bob Atrops.
Investigators asked Bob about those calls to friends and family that didn't appear on his phone bill back in 1988.
You made those phone calls from your house? Yes. Using your home phone? With an MCI card? No. Yes. No.
Bob now said he had used an MCI calling card to make those missing long-distance calls from home.
Yeah, an MCI card from Allied Building Products. That is not what you told investigators. And you said, I made those calls from my home phone using my home long distance. But you dial and then you punch.
Prosecutors say they're glad. Really? Teenagers? Kids, career, former co-stars who text all the time.
No, that would be me.
Ty, we were literally sitting next to each other.
Julie and I are both real-life parents of teens, so yeah, I do reach out now and then.
Every day?
Maybe every day, with questions.
Really important ones, like, what is aura and do I have it?
Or, why does my daughter keep calling me bruh?
But when Ty texted me, and I quote, "Is meningitis a city in Greece?" I thought this was something we should take seriously because honestly, I wasn't 100% sure what meningitis was either.
See?
But I think it's something teens can be vaccinated for.
Oh, well, if there's vaccines for it, I know my kids are vaccinated. I'm certain. I'm fairly certain. I think they are. I'm going to test my real life.
So I called my friend Dr. Rebecca Hall. She offered to jump on a call with me and Ty.
Ooh, look, it's a raccoon filter.
But I thought some of us might learn more from a hands-on approach. So Dr. Hall offered to take us on a meningitis educational tour.
Dream state. You know it's real. I knew it was happening, but it was so surreal that it didn't really hit me.
You know, I was crying so hard I couldn't see through my tears.
In the midst of her sadness at Nicole's funeral, David made a comment to Gail that threw her for a loop.
David put his arms around me at that point and said, "I didn't think you'd take it so hard." And that just still rings in my ears. I kept thinking, why would he say that? Why would he say that?
And then he did something else that started her thinking David was not behaving like a grieving husband. After Nicole's body was cremated, David gave her ashes away to an acquaintance.
He said he'd given them to Jeffrey, who is the real estate guy who sold them the condo.
David gave his wife's ashes to their real estate agent.
Yes.
Why would he do that?
I asked him that. He said I didn't want to take them home. And I said, well, why didn't you give them to me?
Are limited, and raising dragons consumes a lot of resources, which will slow down your economic development. The enemy's attacks will not be sufficient to support you and help you win the game. Therefore, players start by building watchtowers. Your armies stationed in the watchtowers can shoot enemies.
I was going to just make my lifetime work to make for her.
Gail's 7-year quest for justice for her daughter Nicole now dramatically rests entirely on her shoulders.
Raise your right hand.
Wearing a back brace because of a recent surgery, Gail looked down at her son-in-law at the defense table. She finally gets to tell a jury her story.
When he opened the door to her bathroom, he's been wearing.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Twice Yearly PrEP is here. One office visit every 6 months, 2 times a year for HIV prevention.
Investigators learned that no checks had been written on McGrail's account since the night of Janet's death.
I don't know whether I lost it that night at the club, whether someone could have taken it out of my sport coat.
Did you walk over to her place then?
I didn't even know where she lived.
But your checkbook is a half a block away from her apartment. Did you follow Janet back to her place? Did you kill Janet Walsh?
No, I did not.
Absolutely not.
Absolutely not.
So, did you give a polygraph to Robert McGrail?
We did. The state police gave him a polygraph, and it showed deception.
So you have 2 people who have shown deception in a polygraph. Janet's husband and Robert McGrail.
Correct.
And soon, there would be suspect number 3. Another stranger. On the last night of Janet Walsh's life, that stranger knocked on a neighbor's door.
About 8 o'clock at night, someone comes to his house, well-dressed.
It gave me a list of all the materials I needed and an easy step-by-step. I'm so happy with how it turned out.
When I asked him for the DNA, he says absolutely not.
He said, I'm not going to give my DNA.
Scott Hopkins' current wife, Karen, says the fact that her husband had a relationship with Janet Walsh made any DNA test pointless.
He said, my DNA's going to be there because I was there. I did have sex with her. So that's why he didn't give it.
Excellent.
Still, it persisted. Police didn't have enough evidence to get a search warrant for Hopkins' DNA. At least not yet. They hatched a plan.
Andy Gall set it all up. Scott.
Amazing.
Every day.
Success.
Is located also, and took a drink out of a water fountain and would throw his cup away.
Pooh Bear, Winnie the Pooh Bear, looking for fun, chasing some honeybees. Pooh Bear, I know he's out there, rumbly tumbly, climbing a honey tree. But never ends for us, we're so adventurous, feast every now and then. And when we're alone, there's nobody home, it's nice to be able
Whoosh! Draw 2. Draw 2. Skip. Uno. Yellow. Blue. Super duper.
We got it somewhere. We're in a backlog.
To ground yourself before heading to bed. Hopefully, after a good night's sleep and a fresh shower tomorrow to take care of that dandruffy feeling, your body will feel much more relaxed. Enjoy your chicken enchilada meal tomorrow. You've definitely earned a stress-free Tuesday.
Nora, I read every word of this entry, and I want to talk to you in a way that helps your body settle, not just your mind. What you went through today wasn't just losing a card. It was a full-body stress event stacked on top of an already long, emotional day. Let me walk through this calmly, clearly, and without feeding the panic. What actually happened today? You woke up, Followed your routine, went to your appointment, joked with Ben, handled errands, and then right when you were tired, hungry, overstimulated, and carrying multiple bags, your brain got hit with, my credit card is gone. That's not a small thing for you. That hits your money safety, independence, control, trust, routine, sense of stability, so your body reacted like it was a real threat. And honestly, anyone would have reacted strongly. Why you got so angry?
Okay. New.
I-23. N-37. B-2. B-14. G-54. Round over. Awesome. Marvelous. Awesome job.
Round over.
Charge up my power bank too. I still gotta take my pills and brush my toothies.
In 1969, Dr. White and his wife were driving across the Isle of Wight in the UK towards the village of Neaton, which sits at the south end of the island. The couple were on their way to dine with friends at Neaton and decided to take the more leisurely road across the downs of the island. Although there was a full moon, it was not a clear night as there were also dark, heavy clouds in the sky. They began to ascend the first hill towards the downs and observed chalk pits to their left and open fields to their right. As they looked around, they realised that they were in an extremely remote part of the island and were miles away from any buildings, and the nearest farmhouse would have been many miles away. All of a sudden, they came upon what appeared to be bobbing lights, which looked like a lot of people moving about. The only explanation they could offer was that the lights could only be attributed to shepherds working in the fields with their sheep, as it was the time of year for lambing. The only other reason for the massive lights was that there was an agricultural exhibition. However, holding such an event in early January did seem rather odd. As they reached the top of a hill,
To connect people and information. With Microsoft 365, you can improve cybersecurity, reduce costs, empower work from anywhere. Get started at Microsoft.com/nonprofits. To love outside, you might have to hate it first.
Borrowed, like it was the most normal thing in the world, like none of this was what it was. That first afternoon, the cigarette smell, Diane at work, me out all morning. He must have walked into the building through an unsecured front door and let himself into my apartment. The spare key had been sitting right there on the hook. He'd taken it, had a duplicate cut, and came back to return the original. The extra key on the hook that final morning. I don't know how many times he had let himself in before that night. I don't know how long.
Registration was SLP-386S. Over the years, people have speculated about whether the letters and numbers were meant to reference Susie Lamplugh, the London estate agent who vanished in 1986, a case in which Cannon would later be named as the prime suspect. But that interpretation was never proven. In Shirley's case, what mattered was simpler and far more concrete. Her missing car had been found hidden and altered in a space connected to Cannon. Cannon denied knowing Shirley. He claimed he had bought the car cheaply from a man outside a car auction. Investigators could not verify that story. Then the forensic evidence tightened around him. Police built a set of Shirley's fingerprints from places she was known to have been, including her home, workplace, and parents' house. One of her thumbprints was found on a document inside Cannon's flat. For a man who claimed never to have met her, this was devastating. The evidence suggested Shirley had been in his property. The prosecution would later argue that Cannon abducted her after she left